I need to get my hands on a peacock feather. This morning in meditation, I very rarely get like visions or an image. It's almost always just sort of messages. And so this morning I had a very distinct image of a peacock feather that turned into a dragon's eye with that vertical pupil and the beautiful like green and gold and deep blue rings of color became the scales around the dragon's eye. And the message that the dragon had for me was that the healing that I am undergoing now, I am endeavoring to heal my heart with the physical manifestation of high blood pressure. And so what that invitation has invited me to do is to look at the parts of my heart that need healing. And so the message today was that in my work to heal me, and that a lot of my healing, especially after yesterday, I don't know if you saw yesterday's video where I was in tears, is those unshed tears and those unspoken words that for most of my life, I didn't even know I was suppressing. And then one step further, I had this knowing that it's the unsaid words and the unshed tears of the women, my ancestors, going back and back and back. And all those women, and the phrase I use is, who became a human shock absorber for their families. They just absorbed it all because they had the strength to keep their families together and keep them afloat. So I am being tasked with, by healing me, I heal all those that came before me. And I help them in turn heal. And in that healing, I talk about making sure that you've got your shields around you as we are psychically bombarded every single day. But I think until now, or not until now, but I think a large part of my current shield was bravado. It was grit and ballsiness. But it was a lot of play acting. For the right reasons, but it was acting. And so what I have been asked to do is to replace that false shield, because that doesn't really have the power to stick, with the shield of complete vulnerability, with the shield of openness and the shield of love. And only then does that shield within me and outside of me, it's when I am able to really tap in to not just my own divinity, but understanding that God is here with me. God is my shield as well. And when we lead from a place of love, we can heal ourselves and not be a slave to anyone else's desires of what they want us to do. But we become a slave to our higher purpose and calling. And we serve those desires first, with no guilt and no shame. So the invitation today is, how can you today in action be one step more vulnerable? Because vulnerable leads to loving. So look at throughout your day, just stay very conscious of that. And how can you invite it forward? In the workplace, in your family, in your relationship, wherever you are, you can practice these things. I'm on my way to go practice it myself. And I will see you tomorrow.